Teacher tip 20. Pick your battles. Sometimes it's better to let small transgressions go by turning a blind eye. If students are doing something, if they're upset and it's something small that won't impact the class, just let it go. Turn a blind eye and continue, because you don't want to focus on every small mistake they make. Students get emotional and they make mistakes. Just let it slide if that is in the best interest of the class or for the continuity of the lesson. Listen, we've all made mistakes. As students, sometimes, they can say something they don't mean in the heat of an argument. Sometimes it's just better to let it go. Remember, we're all human, so it's better sometimes not to attack them for every small transgression. Teacher tip 21. Only shout in extreme situations. When you're in class, you don't want to shout. Speak in a louder voice if you must, but once you've shouted, you've lost it, because that shows the students that you need to raise your voice. And every time you need to raise your voice louder and louder and louder, it's going to have the effect that you need to go louder every time. So at most, speak loudly. You want to save that yell for an emergency situation. In your class, speak loudly, speak clearly, but never shout at students, because that will also reflect badly on you if other teachers and other students see you shouting. With your students, it also shows them that you've got a respect for them and you are also being a role model, so they see that shouting is not okay in your classroom because you aren't doing it with them. They can't shout out in your classroom either. Teacher tip 22. Have your calendar well planned out and easy to access. Be clear on the event schedule, school activities, sports, extramurals. Learners will look to you to know. Students are young and they need information. You are the teacher of the classroom and you should be able to easily access it. So have a calendar with all the important events and also have schedules to quickly check what is next, because you will be asked often. So I would say have it around your class, some of the important calendars and schedules, and also in files so that you can take it out and know exactly where everything is. I think the most important thing for teachers when it comes to admin is to be well prepared. You can never be too well prepared to be a teacher. Teacher tip 23. Connect with your learners. Greet them at the door and build relationships with them. The best teachers we have are the ones that we formed a really good relationship with. And that remains the same for you. When you meet your students outside, say hello to them, ask them questions about them, take an interest in their lives, get to know them, because the more connections you create with them, the more comfortable they'll feel with you and they will trust you more. I think love is so important between a teacher and their students, and you can show it by asking them questions and getting to know them.